As I was working on the last video on importing or linking in a CAD file to draw on top of it, I told you that you really shouldn't import stuff in because it causes problems. However, I really didn't give you an opportunity to see what that actually looks like. So I'm going to start up, let me start up AutoCAD here. Yeah, sorry for doing this, I should have had this up and going. What I've done is I've taken on this one sheet of details, I've W-blocked out this detail, just this detail, to its own file to try and keep the flotsam and jetsam down to a minimum here. And we've got just this one little guy, this one detail right here. So here's this one detail. There's only one thing going on now. You can see that we've got some green arrowheads and leaders, and everything here is red. But these elements here have a bilayer or a color override. They have a line weight override. So we've got some sloppy drafting issues to begin with. Also, these green items, we've got the leaders that are set to a D detail text, but the text of those associated leaders are set to M text, which again, just sloppy drafting. So there's that information. So this is what's going on now. Remember how I said that Revit simply can't draw elements that are 1/32 in size. And nothing smaller than that, Revit just can't do it. It's hardwired, hard-coded into the system because most people are not going to be able to see a line that's smaller than 1/32 of an inch. That's the rationale behind it. So I'm going to close down AutoCAD. Let's click the right button. There we go. I still have my Revit file open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my Insert tab, and I'm going to click on Import CAD. Click on this one. I want it black and white, everything, center to center. Click on OK, and zoom to fit. And you say, everything here looks really great. I mean, what's the problem? Well, I can't change any of this. I can't update the text styles. If I need to make a subtle little graphical change, I can't do it. So I'll need to go over here and say explode, and give me a full explode, break everything down to its constituent pieces. Now look at that, line is too short, so delete the elements. So look at how much of our detail has kind of gone away. So we're losing a lot of information that really doesn't need to be there to begin with. And we can go and change this, but now we notice we've got, here's the drawing name, and then the style used in that drawing name. All this information is here. The leaders are all split out. Now you notice we have a line style called D detail text, and we have a line style called D detail line weight 0, and another one detail line weight 0. We've lost our color differential, but that's not really a huge deal. Now remember, there's information here. Do we really need to see it? Now, you could import it and have not exploded it, but that kind of eliminates the handiness of actually having it in your file. I can't change this text, not to mention it's using the wrong font. We use an Arial font, not the Roman font. So I'll redo that, and you'll notice that both of these, that's two pieces of text instead of one. And it's not a huge deal, but all these little things eventually add up to what makes an efficiently run Revit file. And that's what we want. We want these Revit files to be as small and as lean as they can. Put my caps lock on. We want these Revit files to be as small and lean as they can, so that the errors don't overwhelm stuff. Delete that. So I could go through and I could make all these changes, but I still have an issue. I still have an issue of all this extra junk being set around. I now have a line weight style in here called, D detail line weight 1, which tells me where all of these other line types came from. Somebody's been importing, not referencing or linking, but importing CAD files. This is going to cause problems long term. So again, don't import your CAD files. Even though you see a little thing there that says import CAD, don't do it. Link your CAD files in. It actually takes a little bit more space. It works reverse of what we'd expect from AutoCAD land, because Revit needs to keep track of everything in the CAD file, which is like an import, but then it has to tack on additional information to sort of keep a live update of what's happening, so that when you modify the CAD file, it's updated in Revit as well, which is the reason why when it comes to CAD information, and this was in the PDF that I sent to you guys earlier today, link it in, draw everything on top of it, recreate the detail, and then delete the link. And yes, it takes a little bit of time, but long-term benefits is that you can import these details from another project. Once all these details have been done, they're going to be baked into the template. Quite frankly, I don't have the time to get them all done. But all you guys who need them on your projects, you guys can get them done. So there we go. I don't want all this extra junk. There it is, import vector data. I don't want that stuff in this file. So I'm going to delete this. Don't want to delete that view. I want to pop over here. This is where that file is still linked in. I'll delete the extra view. Now, when I highlight this, it's still going to call out as an import symbol. But if I go to my manage links, you can see under CAD formats that I've got Acoustic 01. This is the whole thing. So I zoom back, and you can see there's the remainder of the sheet. So there we go. So once again, guys, just a reminder, do not import. Link the file, recreate the detail, redraw it, and then detach the reference when you're done. All right, thanks.